What's going on, everybody? I'm Scott. This is my channel, Scott Talks Shudder, where I talk Shudder and horror movies. And today we are talking The Coffee Table. I've heard the title of this movie. I knew nothing about it going in, and that's really how I'm going to start going into movies. The last few reviews I've done are on movies I have not watched the trailer for, don't really know the plot. I just kind of click the title and go. And this was one that I did that I had absolutely no idea what this was. Went in completely blind. Who is this for? Someone who likes subtitles. It is a foreign film, so if you are not into that, get out of here. How do I say this without spoiling? I don't know how to say this without spoiling the movie. If you are not okay with child endangerment in a movie, is the way I'll put it. If anything with kids in movies messes you up, not like creepy kids, but like things happening to kids, do not watch this movie. You're not going to like it. It's got some gore elements, and it's not really that the gore is brutal, it's the context of the gore that makes it brutal. And this movie is kind of I shouldn't say it's a slow build. It's not slow to get through. The crux of the movie and what the main focus is happens within the first 15 minutes. So you live with that knowledge throughout the rest of the film. So it's a little different. There's no build up to tension. The tension is dropped on you pretty early, and then you move forward. So I had to film this part separately. Totally forgot about this part of the movie and this subplot until I was making the trailer and I saw the character again. There is a very odd subplot with a teen girl trying to hook up with the main guy and blackmail him into running away and talking about fucking him and all this stuff. And I don't know if it's supposed to be like humorous or something. I just found it very weird and off-putting and shoehorned for it. It doesn't come full circle at any point in the film. It's just like a snippet that's in there where it is implied this 10 or 13-year-old girl is trying to talk to this guy and he's texting her. It's weird. So I had to touch back on that because totally somehow forgot that was a plot element in that film. Thoughts on this movie? The initial jolt of what happens and the catalyst to everything that unfolds, pretty aggressive. I was not expecting that. I had no idea what the hell was going to happen in this movie. I went in blind. I just thought this movie was about a fucking table. I didn't know if the table was a haunted table and terrorizes this family. I didn't know if this was some sacred table. I had no idea. I just knew it was about a damn coffee table. And dude, it caught my It's very rare that in movies I get stunned by what happens, and this one stunned the shit out of me. I did not see it coming. Maybe y'all did. I'm usually pretty good at kind of picking up what's about to happen. Had no clue what happened. And it's so early on. Did not expect it. And so you go into an event that happens, and the rest of the movie is predicated off that event. So it was good. There was a lot of tension for a while where you go, what the fuck's going to happen now? And then it just kind of you got sterile to it. At least I did. It became kind of stale of, okay, when's the other shoe going to drop? Just waiting, because you have no option. The shoe is going to drop. What and when and how is it going to happen? So you're just kind of leading to that moment. I feel like after the first 35 minutes, I thought that was good. And then there was a long, drawn-out nothing, and then end of movie. I liked the movie. I liked the concept. The characters out the gate, I didn't like the couple. I hated them. I hated everybody in this movie. Everyone, I hated them. When the couple was fighting, I didn't want the woman. So I didn't, before you hit the main issue, I didn't know if they were going to be our protagonists or how this movie's going to go. It's like, I don't want either of them to do good. I think they both suck. And then as it goes on, you sympathize with the characters because you know what's what. But still, the characters were not likable. Not that they needed to be. That wasn't a focal point of this film, was the likability of the characters. But there was nothing there for me. You sit and you stew in some things. And I will say, as a parent, horrifying. Crazy to think about things in this movie and the child. And I was holding my infant who was sleeping while I had this on, because again, no context to what this movie was, just put it on, baby's asleep, let's watch it. Dude, I don't recommend necessarily holding your children and watching this movie. It was pretty intense. So all in all, I liked it pretty good. Again, you gotta like subtitles. That's a huge, I feel like every time I watch a foreign film, I've already cut out half the fan base, because I used to be that way. If it had subtitles, I didn't want to watch the shit. Now that I've started this channel, I'm watching a lot of stuff with subtitles, and I've grown to actually like it. It's going to be slow. It's not going to be crazy gory. It's not going to be scary. There's no jump scares, anything like that. It's not a crazy horror movie. It's just a bleak and dreary and dark movie that throws you into a scenario that there's a movie that you can 100% compare it to, at least a scene of a movie that's a major movie, but if I say it, it will spoil the movie. So I can't, unfortunately. I guess I could. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Yo. I love the depiction of when something bad happens in a movie to a character and people go into shock. Because every horror movie is usually typical of something bad happens. Everyone screams, cries, goes crazy, gets angry, gets sad, gets this and that. What they don't touch on a lot, and some people find cheesy and ridiculous, which I think is more realistic to what would happen to a lot of people, is when something terrible happens, they freeze. They shut down, they go into shock, they're just going through motions because their brain cannot physically comprehend or handle what just happened and the emotions of it. My alarm went off. This video has just been cursed. The movie I'm referencing is Hereditary, when the girl... Okay, I'm about to spoil Hereditary. This is a spoiler on a spoiler. This is Inception here. When the girl gets her capacitated, when she's done for, and the brother's in the car and he just stops and he knows what happened, but his body just shuts down, then he just puts it back in drive and goes home, lays down, and everyone criticizes that. Like, why would he do that? Why wouldn't he go get it? Why wouldn't he do this? Why wouldn't he do that? Dude, that's like hindsight. You're watching this happen. The shock that would go through a 16-year-old. Teenagers make horrible decisions. They lie about everything. They don't know. They're not processing stuff right. They're teenagers. Just domed his sister on a damn telephone pole. Yeah, it seems reasonable that he would just fucking shut down and do nothing, because that happens in every situation, and anything. Doesn't have to be death. Could be tragedies, trauma, emergencies. People freeze. And so when this dad is holding this baby, smashed it through a table, which I gotta say, what the fuck is this table made out of that it cuts a damn baby's head off? Why? Dude, what is this made of? It was like, I get it. The baby can be cut. This thing is gouged. It's missing full body parts off of it. It's missing its whole damn head. That's crazy. Anyway, when he does it, and the dad's just looking, glass, blood, and it sits on this scene for a while, and this is where the being long-lasting worked. Because you wouldn't know what to do. I mean, yes, people will scream or cry or whatever, but I think a lot of people would go into shock and just look at it. Think about when you've made a huge mistake in life, like a big one. Obviously, hopefully not to that extent, but like you made a big, and the back of your neck gets hot, or your ears get hot, and you get that pucker factor of 1,000,000, and you just like, oh God, I fucked up. Imagine that times 1,000,000. You just fucking shot put your child through a damn glass table. cut its head off. Crazy. So he just goes into the shock of just sitting there and staring at it. And the part that got me the most was whenever he picked it up and like cradled it, put it down, changed the diaper. Because, again, maybe that wouldn't, I'm not a psychologist or whatever doctor, I don't know. I feel like that's something that people would do. Not every person, but your brain just goes back to what it's supposed to do. Like in a fight, it doesn't matter what you think you can do in training. When you're in the moment and you're there, your body's going to resort to muscle memory. You're going to do what you do. If you're a football player, soccer player, whatever, muscle memory. I think that if I dropped my kid and cut their head off through a damn table, muscle memory could take over where you're like, I'm just going to put it in the crib and change the diaper, and maybe when I open my fucking eyes, it won't be there anymore. Dude, I had my damn truck stolen one time, and I also had a car shot there as well. This place I lived in was a shithole. I had my truck stolen, and I walked outside to go get my truck, and it wasn't in my parking spot. That's weird. Maybe I parked it on the other side. I did go out last. Maybe I parked it over there and I forgot. Walk over there, my truck's not there. That's weird. Went upstairs. Went and ate breakfast. Did what I was doing. Looked out my window. No truck there. That's fucking weird. I have a truck. Where is it? It took me, I comprehended I had no truck right out the gate. But I didn't just go walk outside and see it and go, oh, fuck, it's stolen. Let me call somebody. It took me a few minutes to, like, wrap my head around that my truck is gone. I know it's gone, but... And so that was with a damn truck. If I threw my kid through a coffee table, yeah, I think I would stop for quite a bit. So I really liked that aspect of it. There you go. That's my thought on the movie. Let me know what you thought down below. Was it ridiculous and grandiose? Do you think that was more common than like I do? Which thoughts? Hopefully you've never been in this situation and don't end up in this situation, because that would be horrible. So thank you guys if y'all are watching this. I recommend checking it out if it sounds like kind of your thing. Well, I guess you're probably not watching this at this point if you haven't seen it, because I said spoilers. So it's a weird format. I just made this video. It's okay. Thanks for watching. You guys are the best. Peace.